Hello everyone. Well, today I have a couple of things to show you that I've been creating. Some are not finished yet, but I thought I'd share. I decided to do my first mould making. So I'm going to show that experience. So what I've used are some products which are for card making, and place them in the mold, and hopefully it's going to turn out really good. So I'll show you what I used first of all. So this you place on a card, and you have like a sticker that goes around here, and then, excuse my horrible nails, and then you put in whatever you want, and you normally let them float around or do whatever you want to do in there. So I thought these are quite a nice shape, heart, nice deep sides. I thought I will try and mould them and see what happens. I also, in the middle, placed rounds too, and moulded them as well, and two of them. So let's see. So I'm about to reveal my mould. I think I'm going to need to do some trimming on it. But what I did was, in a container, and this is just an ordinary lid from you buy from the supermarket when you buy some food, and I kept it and washed it, and I use it to do covers like this over my resin pieces to keep the dust out, and I also use it now for making molds, which it's worked really well. And I put some tape down first, and then stuck the pieces to the tape, but I didn't stick it to the base of the tray, which is, so I had a little seepage under the tape, but that shouldn't affect the mold. It just means I have to trim off the excess that's under the tape. So anyway, that being said, I digress. Let's do the reveal. So here we go, guys. Are you excited? I am. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Da-da! Look at that! So this is my first ever mould, and I'm really excited. So you can see here, I've got little flaps over the tape. Oh, well, it's under the tape, but it hasn't affected anything on the mold. It's worked really well. So what I might do is just get some scissors. Actually, I can probably just, no, I'll get some scissors to do it neatly, because I will be selling this mold, I think. So if any of you want to have a look, I have an Etsy shop, which this will be going on to, and it is Miss Kiki D for me. So please go ahead and check out my Etsy and have a look at a couple of things. I've only just started because I am new to resin, and I am new to, obviously, mold making. But in order for me to continue and start making these videos for you, I would love and appreciate for your like and share of my videos, and comment down below, and please visit my Etsy shop and support a small business. I have spine damage, and I currently don't have a job because it's very difficult to keep a job when you have chronic pain and you have time off from work because of your pain levels. And it's, you know, you never know when it's going to happen. You never know when you're going to be okay. And unfortunately, the employment out there is in such high demand that they would rather sack you because of your pain level, because you can't do your job, which is absolutely understandable, and they'll keep you employed. So that's what happened with Australia Post with my last position. So anyway, I'm trying to do this now, and in order for me to continue buying materials, I need to be able to sell my products. So please support a small business and hopefully enable me to get income to be able to live I don't want to be rich, I just want to be comfortable and be able to survive. So this is what I'm decided I'm going to do. So that's a little bit about me. digressing again. So let's get the scissors. I'll get my Cricut scissors, even though they're for paper, but I love these scissors. No, I'm not sponsored by anything, but my Cricut I absolutely adore, and you will be seeing projects with that I do. So let's just trim off this excess neatly. So this is just round the edges. Sorry, it's on a turntable, so it will move. So let's just do this. Whoop. And I will go round later, I think, with a sharp cutting knife and just neaten this up. This is just so I can unmold it at the moment. It's not coming up yet. Ah, I see, because that's where the edge of the tape is. That's fine. And we'll do this side. Hope I'm not making you sick with it moving around on my turntable. That's okay. That's where the edge of the tape is. But it's a lot easier for me to do my work. Anything that supports my back, and so because obviously when you're bending over and leaning over and pouring molds, etc., it's can take a toll on your back if you've got a normal back, let alone when you have pain levels to deal with. So anyway, let's not whinge about my back, because that's a different story altogether. All right, so I'll put back on my Cricut cover on my scissors. They're lovely and sharp, and they're superb. So let's see about removing this tape. Let's see if I can find an edge. I might just get another tool. I'll use that, which is another Cricut. Oops. These are like tweezer grabbers, but I'm just going to use it to get under the tape, I think. Hopefully. Find the edge. This is where it went up the edge, the tape. So I'm hoping it's going to come off. I did spray mold release onto the tape, so I'm hoping, there we go, I'm hoping it's going to release easy enough. Fingers crossed, guys. Like I say, this is the first time I've done this, so there we go. That came off easy, but it's ripped. That's okay, we can deal with that. Ta-da! Oh, it's so satisfying. Don't you love unwrapping things? I find it extremely satisfying, peeling tape. Ta-da! Hope you're not getting bored watching this. And like I say, this is the first for me. Oh, it's so satisfying. Right, now, so that came off lovely. Bit of tape on there. We'll just rub that off. That'll come off. All right, there's no bubbles that I can see. So I've poured well. So there's no little holes that I can see in the molds themselves. So let's have a look if I can release these molds. Ready? Oh, look at that, guys. Can you see? Shiny. So, and because this is plastic, I didn't want to pour resin directly in here, because you can only use them like once if you're lucky, twice if you're lucky, sorry, with the plastic molds. So with resin, because it just sticks to it. So that's why I decided to mold these, and this is coming out really nice. And because I used that mold release, and I'll show you the mold release that I chose. It's called Release Technologies. So that's the one I used, and I sprayed it as per instructions, and then I wiped it with a brush into all the corners, and then you give it another spray, and then you wait 5 minutes before you pour. And that way I didn't get any air bubbles anywhere that I can see so far, and it's worked really well. And these molds are coming out so clean. So I'm really pleased with this. I will be doing it again. So if you're interested in buying one of these molds, please let me know. Now they do also, on these molds, they have a little bend in here, a little crease, not crease, it's like shaped, so where the point is. So they will have some feature of like movement on them. So that's cute as well. Oh, they're really good. I am so happy with this. Ta-da! Yep, I can't see any holes anywhere. No air bubbles. So there you go, guys. What do you think? My first ever mold made. It's nice and thick, so, and it's nice and bendy, and it's nice and pliable, so it's not going to tear. There's plenty of borders around the edges, so it's not right close to the edge, so it's not going to give way. And there you go, guys, a perfect release. The only thing I'm going to do is give it a wipe, clean it up around the edges, and I'll pop it on my Etsy if anyone's interested in purchasing this. All right. Now, I will keep moving on because I've got some other things to show you that I have made that I am thrilled about. So first of all, let me just grab the mold to show you. So I was thinking about I was thinking about what I could use for coasters, and I was in Spotlight, and I've seen these also in other stores too. They're a bit strange. I don't know exactly how you're supposed to use them or store them, but anyway. So I found these. Now in the Spotlight store, they were $2, I think, or $1.50 for two. So I bought a few of them. As you can see, they've got different levels. So it goes out at the top. So again, yesterday, I stuck these onto the tape again and put them together like this and made sure I used a stick and I rubbed around the base with the tape, making sure that all the sides were sealed. Now, with it being silicone on the tape, I wasn't 100% sure whether it would seal or not. Turns out it did. It didn't leak, not even one drip. So I poured some coloured resins, and with the coloured resins inside it as a fill, I used up my scrap pieces of overpour. I'd been given a tip about this by somebody else, which says that, you know, you use less resin because you're filling the space with waste product. Normally you would use a opaque resin so that you don't see the fill pieces, but it saves on the environment because you're not putting extra waste into the refuge and the land, but also it saves you money. So I thought for the first time I would try out this process and try out these molds to see if they would work to give an interesting coaster shape. And I decided to use, because my over pieces were quite pretty looking in colours that I'd used, I decided to try and do see-through resin just as a trial to see how it works. So these are not going to be for sale unless somebody really wants them, but they are a great idea for anybody out there that wants a cheap mold that you can buy instantly and have some fun and have multi-layered coasters that are pretty. So here we go, guys. So I'll remove these now. So you've seen these. And here we go. So first of all, I used Interference Gold, which is by Pearlex. And so let me show you the Interference Gold. So that's here. So this is the colour I chose, and I did it lightly. So it's a really, really pretty, gentle gold. And here you go. So what do you think? Don't they look great? I love the shape. It's different from other coasters. Sorry about the light reflecting from above. Now, if you turn it over, I place my coloured pieces down, but I'd probably use the coaster this way. But I wanted to see what the colours would look like on the other side, because you know that it's going to drop because it's heavy. So here we go. Ready? Don't look at my horrible fingers. I should put gloves on and hide them. There you go, guys. Look at that. So you can see my coloured blue and golds and in there through the interference. So it has filled up the spaces and it has covered properly. No air bubbles. And you can see that design around the edge with it having the different layers. So I really like these a lot. So I'll show you my other one. So this one I used, this one is Pearlex again, and it's Duo Aqua Blue. So there you go, guys. Really pretty. And look at this. And you can see with this one, because it's so transparent, you can see the edges, which gives that little bit of extra detail. Now, you don't have to put the fill inside it. You could do it with the pattern or your clear or whatever you choose to do, your own design. But I was just doing a trial to fill up and use less resin while I was seeing if these coasters would work. And there is my colours. Now, look how pretty those colours are with the overspill. Why waste it, guys? Why waste it? And somebody said this on one of my groups. Oh God, my nails are horrible. Somebody said this on one of my groups, and I just thought it was such a great idea not to throw away a waste. So there you go. So what do you think? Do you like them? I think they're just great. They're so fun. So yeah, I thought I'd share it with everybody so that you can get out there and do the same thing. And you can actually manipulate these to, you can see they're slightly different shapes. You can manipulate them more round if you wish to, or longer, or whatever you choose to make them your own design. So I thought they were brilliant. So there you go, guys. There's another little trial experiment that I did. Now, and this is not finished, but it's certainly almost finished. So I have been playing around with sand, and I don't like the dark sand personally. When you put sand into resin, it goes like wet sand, so dirty coloured. I like that image of having the bright sand, the white sand look, but this is a little bit mottled, so you can't really see the sand in this, but I do love it because you can tell that there is sand deep down. There's lots of multi-layers. So this is the underneath, so you can see, there you go. Let's just move that light a little bit, maybe, there you go. It's a bit hard to do. So you can see there, so here is my sand level. So I covered this. Now what I did, and this is a good tip for everybody, is if you use PVA glue and mix your sand and then place it into your mould and let it completely dry. Now you will get patches of white sand at the bottom of your mould, at the bottom of your pour when you release it. So I've done an extra coat over just to cover the sand, making sure that it's all sealed in the resin once I unmolded it, original piece, and turned it over. So I did that. I taped around the edge and to make sure I didn't get any overspill. And I think that actually looks pretty on its own. So anyway, but that's not the piece de resistance. So then I turned it back over I left the tape on and I poured again. So you can see where I've done a lighter level. Can you see? And it's still rough because I literally just unmolded this. But I have been making with my leftover resin, like I've got little tiny molds and I fill them and I make fishes and shells and all sorts of things. And I've been collecting these items. I'll show you some of them here. These are some of my bits. So I've got bones and shells, and I just use leftover resin and make these pieces and keep them. That way, again, I am not wasting. So here's one of my fish. And where's the other one? There was another one. I can't see it right now. So the fishes come out like this. So they're blue. And then I use resin, thick resin that's almost set, put some colour in, and I paint with a fine brush. Not a normal brush. I actually use a silicone brush to paint. That way you only get what you need, and you can actually do detail in your items. So, and also, like, to do the scales, I did it flat ways and moved it across the scales rather than in it, so that you just got the touches to give the detail. So again, look at these pieces, you guys. I love these pieces. I just think they're so pretty. Now, what would you do with that though? So this is what I decided. Sorry, I'm giving you all, I'm trying to move it with my fingers, but it's not where, there you go. See, I even got the mouth in there and they're really pretty. So I decided that, look at that. Is it focused? So pretty. See the detail? So I decided that I was going to do, with my beach scene, an underwater scene. And I also made some weed pieces. And I'm going to show you guys. So, are you ready? Now, there's two things I want to show you, but I'm not sure it's going to show up on the page. I also made some glow-in-the-dark shells. So I'm just going to heat this up a bit and turn the light off. And, well, the spotlight off. It might not show, but you might get it. Anyway, I'll turn that light off. Oh, you can just see it. You see the glow-in-the-dark shell? There's one here and there's one here. So you can actually see the glow-in-the-dark shells there. So turn the light back on. All right, so here you go. Look at that. What do you think? So I've got my fishes. And I've got a pearl in the shell. I've actually got two pearls in this, but you can only see one of them because in this one, there is a pearl underneath that's in between two shells. I've got the pearl here. This sticks out from the resin. I'm not sure whether I should put another coat on of clear just to finish it or not, because also this fish is also raised out slightly. So, so you can see I have the weed here that I've made. Now this also has a bit of glow in the dark, and this weed here that I've made that also has glow in the dark. There's a shell there, there's shells down here, and these are real shells. And you can see that my sand underneath in the depth is actually pale in colour and not dark like wet sand. So and the fishes look like they've got movement and depth, and I've got a little bit of sparkle because I always love sparkle. So there is a bit of sparkle in there. So what do you think? Do you like it? I love it. So, like I say, because I've only just literally demolded it, because I finished this piece yesterday. I don't know whether to put a clear topper on it, because that's going to make that depth with the shells a little bit more not so clear. And I like the look that it's got right now. And just look at that. It's just, I just absolutely, and this was made all entirely with leftover resin. So when you've made your other pieces, your coasters, and you've got that bit of dribble at the bottom, don't waste it, you guys. It might take you a week to make this with the leftovers, or 2 weeks to make with the leftovers. But look at what you can do with it. It is just wonderful. I love it. Now this is going to go on a, I've got several of these, but they're in the drawer. I should have got them out. Some little plate stands like this, but I've got bigger ones. So this probably might not work because it's so thick, but look. Darn it. There you go. You can see me now in my mess. So there you go. So this will be an art piece on a stand. Is so divine. So there you go, guys. That is me. And just put this back on here. Sorry that I dropped you. So there you go. I tried to move the tripod, that's why I'm... Don't look at me in my pajamas. There you go. So what do you think? Do you like it? Do you like it? I love it. So there you go, guys. I'm sorry it's a long video, but I wanted to show you some of my pieces that I've been making. Here's another one, sorry. I should show you this as well. This is not completed yet either. Again, with the white colour resin. And these will eventually be in my Etsy store when they're completed. So yeah, I love them. I absolutely love them. There you go. You see them both. So thank you for watching. If you've watched to the end, please tell me in the comments below which piece you like the best. Which ideas you like the best. I will be doing some pour videos and I will be showing my progresses. I also make key rings and other items, coasters. I'm starting doing ocean pours on boards. I've got lots of little things I'm doing and I will be sharing those in future videos. So please like and subscribe to my channel. That way, hopefully, if I get enough people that are watching my processes, then I can support myself and, you know, support my little business and get more interesting projects and learning and give you tips and ideas as I learn, as I'm fairly new to this process myself. But I love art in any shape and form. And so I'm more than happy to share what I'm doing and my tips so that you can learn and not make my mistakes. So yeah, thanks guys. I've really enjoyed this and showing off my artwork. So please like, subscribe and click that thumbs up button. And I'll see you in the next one. Take care guys. Bye.